Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ali Tire 60 back at your service. Yeah, I just had to get out for a cycle ride today. Again, I am gonna focus on the events of the masjid. And I'm gonna start by saying that if brothers and sisters want to do stuff with regards to our masjid, and then I suggest that we're there, and the committee know this. We're there almost, peacefully protesting. We're there every night, peacefully protesting outside the masjid. Maghrib time, 5:15, 5:20. Come and join us. Support us. It's going to be your masjid as well as ours. What we don't want is people on Facebook. Oh yeah, say this to the committee, say that to the committee. You should have raised this. You should have raised that. Guys and gals, we're already out there. Brothers and sisters, we're already out there doing it. I can't enter the masjid, and I want to respect that. But again, the first thing that you guys can do is obviously share these videos on social media. Let people know the plight of what's going on. You're probably wondering where I am, right? If you're probably wondering, this is a place called Hillingdon Cycle Track. If you lot have got a bike, if you lot like to cycle, let me just pick up this camera here, sorry. Yeah, there's my bike. This is Hillingdon Cycle Track. It's free to use on most days of the week. Come down here, it's a real good laugh. 20 miles on the clock, I've got another 10 miles back. But mashallah, it's a lovely free place to use. It doesn't cost anything. And but you do need food and drink. It's pretty difficult just to, what have you. Yeah, it's pretty difficult. Let me get some water, sorry. So again, I wanted to raise the topic of violence and the purveyors of violence at Wembley Central Masjid, primarily members of the committee, and I'm not even going to take their name any longer. The chairman, which I'm sure you're all aware of who this gentleman is, and the volunteers, and the rest of them as well. Why do they feel that it's necessary to use violence when we are legally permitted to enter the building? Yes, we have been warned not to enter the building. I'm going to respect that warning. However, there are other brothers who are not going to respect the warning and enter the building. You cannot touch them. Security cannot touch them legally. Police can only expel them from the building. So you really, really need to desist from manhandling individuals. That is not on. Grabbing people's genitalia, pushing them backwards and forward against a steel gate when you're being filmed with 9 cameras and you're being warned. I'm going to mention your name. It's Naveed, the bus driver from Metro Line. I'm sorry. Alhamdulillah, look, we're going to keep our protest peaceful, but you have to realize there are brothers. You have to understand, Mr. Beimani, I've warned you about Naveed's use of violent behavior and his erratic and almost psychopathic behavior. He isn't fit to be a volunteer. We do know the backstory to him, and Metroline has probably seen the videos now. They're on Metroline's Twitter feed. And what he done with the elderly gentleman, one of our brothers, it's not on. I'm going to raise the topic of, it's cold. Yeah, raise the topic of Ramadan. Look, at the end of the day, Ramadan is due in 7 weeks. You want us to abide by, very chewy. You want us to abide by particular conditions. We've seen the 9 or 10 conditions, and those include the people who have been sent warning letters not to enter the masjid. I put it to you, yeah, there are no conditions except one: leave. That's it. What more can we say? So very true. You use the likes of the 5 Pillars interview. That's fine. As I said, there is a video coming up rebuking your points, and it's quite silly really, because you self-contradict on that. Fatwas regarding, like, come on. Sadaqah money being misappropriated. Who are you making a fool of? You're only damaging the reputation of the masjid, Baymani. You're only damaging the reputation of the masjid, Mr. Chairman. There's no audit trail with regards to where this money goes. No one knows where it goes. You need to make that clear, because let's be honest, we've done our job. We know there's less and less kids coming to madrasa every day because of our actions, our peaceful protest, and we shall continue. Alhamdulillah, we shall continue with our peaceful protest and ensure that your tuition centre does come to a close. That's what we want. If you can't open as a masjid, then really and truly a tuition centre shouldn't exist. It goes back to my primary question to Mudassir. And again, I'm not going to apologise with regards to obviously the interview that we had with him. I'm not going to apologise. It was a factual interview. He was truthful, which I appreciate. But you cannot expect to practice the Quran and Sunnah and close the masjid. That doesn't make any sort of sense. Regardless of how jahil I am, regardless of how little I know about Islam, your last gambit line in your conditions is Quran and Sunnah need to be practiced, something along the line, need to be practiced in all masjids. And the deen of Allah Ta'ala needs to be instilled or, deployed or whatever terminology you've used. How can you run it as a tuition centre and charge exorbitant fees and then not open as a masjid? What example are you saying? What are the kids thinking? Hey, where is it? When I want to listen to his aunt, where are the brothers filing in to read namaz, maghrib, isha? The idea is bad. We know why you want the money. The idea is bad. It is really, really bad. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, I've said enough. I'm going to get back to Wembley. That's where I'm needed today. Hillingdon is cold, it's windy out here. I advise you guys, Hillingdon cycle track is closed now, but it's a lovely cycle track. Please, 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 if you can, get up here. Hope you like the glasses, hope you like the helmet, hope you like the stuff. What I'm wearing, it's freezing. So it's back to Wembley. Wembley. So, alhamdulillah, back to our peaceful protest. No more violence from Naveed. Mr. Chairman, advise Naveed to stop using violence. It's not good. He is going to step over the mark. He already has stepped over the mark, but brothers have desisted from taking the matter any further. Another thing, fights. Why go to the police? Why go to the police? I had a fight the other day, not a fight, an argument, which was about to ensue into a full-out brawl. Brothers stepped in and stopped it. The individual, he's a younger brother, he's a lot more younger than me. But this is how a more intelligent person quashes a fight. He doesn't set one off or run off to the police and waste their time. He quash a fight. I asked a few brothers to go and approach this younger brother and tell him, look, let's quash this. I don't want to be walking up and down Ealing Road having to face you, and we get out and then we do get into something physical. Alhamdulillah, a couple of the brothers went to see him. He was stood around 200 or 300 meters away. They beckoned me over and we apologized, we hugged and we kissed and we made up, all right? Unlike individuals such as Naveed, they need to be stopped from physically manhandling people. Someone needs to step in and tell Naveed this is wrong. Just like the monkey remark. When I told you, Mr. Chairman, that he needs to go on some sort of equality and race equalities, in fact, more specifically race equalities training, you went quiet and you nodded your head, you gesticulated like this and told him, shh. You knew what he was doing was wrong. You can't have people like that involved in the upkeep of a masjid. What example are they going to set kids by calling worshippers monkeys? I'm an Asian. How bad would it have looked if I caught that on camera? You need to wind in Naveed's, what do they call it? Wind in the fishing reel on Naveed. He can't carry on like this. I'm sorry. You need to tell him what's right and wrong. He is a loose cannon. He's making your organisation look really, really bad. Honestly, really is. He really is. So yeah, That's the end of the video, guys. I'm absolutely freezing. I've got to get the hell out of here. That's all I can say. Alhamdulillah, over now. Assalamu alaikum again. I've just finished my ride. It's around 30 miles. So I want to finish off the video by again reiterating and stating that we need the support of younger brothers and sisters, okay? I'm 48 myself, okay? A lot of the brothers, middle-aged brothers, a lot of elderly brothers. There's maybe a few kids that do support us. Alhamdulillah, we urge our younger brothers and sisters, if they have nothing else better to do, and if you're playing Call of Duty at home, or if you're wasting your time, so if you're playing Call of Duty at home, I urge you to come down and join us on Fridays at Jummah, and also we are there at 5:15 on every day, Monday to Fridays. So please come down to Wembley Masjid. Please support us in our peaceful demonstration. We do need your support. The support shouldn't just finish on Facebook and YouTube. These videos do have a purpose. We want to get the Muslim community together. We want to make it a better mosque for the children. I eventually, hopefully, want to set up some sort of cycling club in the masjid once we do get it back under, under the control of the local community. And just teach children life skills like fixing a puncture, possibly, or cycling to school. Things that help the environment. Alhamdulillah, and stuff like that. But yeah, the again closing gambit here is please support us. Come down to our local masjid with the Maghrib, 5:15 every day, and we do have somewhere to pray as well at the same time. But I beseech and urge our younger Muslims to come out and support us, and especially on Fridays at 1 p.m. at Jummah time. Peacefully protest outside our masjid, get our message across via social media, share this video, share it amongst your friends, let them know the plight of the Muslims in Wembley. This is the most well-attended masjid, possibly in West London, possibly definitely in Brent. I hear of masjids that have the capacity of, in Brent, they have the capacity of approximately 3,000 people. And at Zuhr time, it's like they have 8 people in the first row behind the Imam, yet Wembley Masjid always has 4 to 5 rows or 6 or 7 rows back. Easily 100 people praying at any given time, Zuhr, Asr, and Maghrib as well for that matter. And Isha is a massive turnout of at least 250 people. And please rest assured, you've probably seen the photos and the video evidence on my Facebook account showing exactly when the situation was at its worst. It's pretty bad now as well, but the masjid is closed at the minute. But you had 2 congregations, 2 Jamaats, one the committee led, and the second we led, the real Wembley Muslim community. And we had close to always 250 people at Isha time. The evidence is out there, many days. We asked someone to factually take a picture of, how many people, pray behind our Imam. And then we took a picture, because they led a second Jamaat, saying that was a true Jamaat. So what was our Jamaat? Again, it just doesn't make any sense to use language such as that and to refer to your, to your fellow Muslim brothers as potentially as non-believers, which is, again, it's you're just denigrating your own community. Again, I urge younger brothers and sisters to please come and support us. Share this video. You don't have to like it. I don't want people to like the video. Just share it. Okay. I don't even want people to subscribe to my channel, to be honest with you, for all intents and purposes. But yeah, definitely, please, we request your support. And hopefully, inshallah ta'ala, Ramadan's in 7 weeks. We don't need this issue occurring in 7 weeks' time. Again, Ramadan's in 7 weeks' time. We do not need this issue occurring in 7 weeks' time. So, Pepsi Max, by the way, 0 calorie. We don't need this issue occurring in 7 weeks' time. We would like this committee to just kindly step down, hand us the keys, and we'll gladly accept them leaving. We can't go. We can't carry on going forward like this with these constant, episodes of tension, should I say, episodes of tension and energy and negative energy. transpiring every week. This is what's happening. And I'm putting it in the most subtle terms possible. Again, they have to go the interview again on Five Pillars channel. I think they are maybe going to get around to interviewing the opposing side, but it doesn't really matter whether they interview us or not. I shall drop the link to their video, in the description below this video, and I'll drop, hopefully we are going to do a rebuttal, and we're going to get brothers from the Somali, Arab, Bengali, Indian, Algerian, subhanAllah, every community that makes up the real Wembley Central Muslim community to speak out. Another thing, very, very quickly, I think a brother did say, this is not an anti-Tablighi Jamaat thing. They have made this out to be an anti-Tablighi Jamaat thing. I have been on many Jamaats, ages of 17 to 16 to 15, to Dewsbury, to Reading, I like the ethos, but this splinter group of the Tablighi Jamaat, we have Tablighi Jamaat within our own ranks that have turned their backs on this committee. So please do not make this out, do not purport to make this out to be a anti-Tablighi Jamaat campaign. We want this committee gone. And we promise you that for anyone wishing to join the middle path of Muslims that wish to take this masjid forward, they are more than welcome, be they Tablighi Jamaat or not. Okay, so that's the last thing I want. Please, youngsters, come and join us. Jazakallah khair.